Brothers and sisters, welcome. This is my daily diary segment, and today I want to tell you what I did from Monday, December 16th through Wednesday, December 18th of 2024. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was in my headquarters in my office all 3 of those days. Started off early Monday with some desk work and some of the topics I had to deal with then, and also throughout the day on my laptop were news topics to cover and to follow, action alerts that we're sending out, testimonies for our Silent No More campaign. I had some suggestions for our website team to improve the way that you are able to search for and find different types of testimonies about abortion. Late-term abortion package. We are sending out and preparing more educational materials for people about the reality of late-term abortion. Broadcast plans, transition of government prayers. We have a prayer campaign going on for that. Liturgy videos where we help the clergy preach and give them ideas about how to preach pro-life. Our communications with Right Side Broadcasting, our advertising, our work with the Wisconsin Supreme Court race coming up this spring. So an idea that a pro-life activist had for here in Florida, a special statue. I talked to my staff about that, responding to this person forum. The 115 Forum leadership meetings coming up, preparing for that and preparing for our upcoming newsletter. At 8:20 in the morning, I had a national radio interview, American Family Association Radio. Did some various taping, liturgical videos for the month of February. Again, that's helping the clergy to preach on pro-life, as well as our radio show, Radio Maria. Did some segments in and out of the TV and radio studios here at our headquarters. At 11 a.m., I had a call with pro-life attorneys that I organized. These are legal experts that we brought together, and we'll bring together some more, asking their input about fighting against these ballot initiatives that have been put in place in certain states, because it can be challenged, and also moving forward on other kinds of pro-life strategies. So that was at 11. That lasted almost an hour. And then it did last an hour. And then at noon, I had a call with our executive director and our communications director. And then at 12:15, praying for America taping here in the studio, after which then I taped more liturgical pieces. Had a quick lunch, and then at 2 p.m. interviewed a candidate for public office. At 3 p.m., I interviewed Sister Dee Dee and Dr. Lisa Marie, who wrote the book about Sister's life and work. Then at 4 o'clock, I had a call with the 2 co-founders of Silent No More, and we had a planning call because big activities coming up in January. And then after that, I just did work at my desk, got end-of-day reports from staff, did quiet work in the evening. Tuesday the 17th, some of the things I had to deal with at my desk while here in the office had to do with our Radio Maria program, our essay contest winners, our plans for our board of directors meeting coming up, preparation of the plaques for the awards that we'll give out in January, my open letter to Nancy Pelosi, data work, action alerts, accomplishments booklet. You'll be seeing that, Pro-Life Accomplishments of Priests for Life, co-sponsors of our National Prayer Service, and prayers for the prayer guide of the transition of government. All of this work being done at my desk. Had a meeting with our production and video and studio team at 10. Had, some work being done on fundraising. I spoke with our fundraising leaders at 11. I was in here at 12 noon for an interview with Right Side Broadcasting Network. Then at 1 o'clock, I had an important strategic call with pro-life leaders in Wisconsin. And again, we're talking about the Supreme Court election there in Wisconsin. We can flip the court from Democrat to Republican by doing the right thing in that election. I had a meeting with some of our finance department, just routine updates and so forth. Did more work at my desk and interacting with staff on some of the topics I mentioned to you. And then I had a 4 p.m. podcast that I was part of, did it by phone, and the reporter called me, and we spoke for about a half hour. Then at 4:30, I had our finance director and I on the phone going over a few details and some information that I needed to give her. Then I had an end-of-day conversation with our administrative person, Mark, and that was at 5:30. Then at 6 p.m., I went over to one of my favorite restaurants. I was invited there for the Christmas party of the North Brevard Republican Club, and they wanted me to not only say the prayer at the beginning and end of the meeting, but also to give some remarks, which I happily did. It was a festive celebration, and that took that evening of the 17th. Morning of the 18th, I was up early as usual and hard at work at my desk. Some of the topics, the lawsuit that pro-life attorney Harold Cassidy has launched, where it's focusing on the fact that women getting abortions do not have the necessary information to make a free decision. Walk for Life West Coast plans coming up, upcoming broadcast preparations, inauguration activities, upcoming trip to Wichita, Kansas, where I will be encouraging the pro-life activists out there, interview plans with one of our pro-life associates, approval of emails, our Radio Maria program, then approval of press releases that we're sending out and of our Travelogue, one of our monthly newsletters. I had a conversation at 2 o'clock with our fundraising team, going over, always getting new ideas together, new strategies. 3 o'clock, I was here in the studio for some taping with some outside guests. Back to my desk, interacting with staff, getting more work done, and at 6 o'clock had the administrative update from Mark. And then in the evening had some nice Christmas preparations, Christmas only being a week away. Had some additional letters to sign, cards to go out, and so forth. So that's what I did from the 16th to 18th of December. Hope your days are fruitful and happy. Thanks for your support of us, your confidence in us. We will continue to serve you and the unborn and the kingdom of God. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Father Chris Alar, and it's an honor for me to be able to invite you to join me in my support of Father Frank Pavone. I've known Father Frank since I was a seminarian, and I know few priests that have been more willing and open to guide and lead those who are searching for ways to be able to do God's work in the world. You know, Father Frank was a pioneer in leading us in the pro-life movement, and as a pro-life priest myself, I have found so many golden nuggets in his words, so much inspiration in his company. And since doing things like CMN with him over the years and being with him at conferences, it's been a true honor. And I suggest you too, take a time, take some, just a brief moment to go onto YouTube, other social media things to see what he has to say, because he more than ever, and now needed more than ever, is bringing us to the protection of human life. May God bless him and that ministry.